Hello. Alright, so we are back in our creepy green misty area. We are on part 2 of Champions of the Just with our Kunai. We are allying with the Templars, and this is our Let's All Be Friends quest. And up here we have Josephine and Cullen.
Is this shape useful? Will it let me know you? Everything tells me about you. So will this. Watch.
You don't fool me, demon. I see through you. I see through you.
Being you will be so much more interesting than being the Lord Seeker. Do you know what the Inquisition can become? You'll see. When I'm done, the Elder One will kill you and ascend. Then I will be you.
I saw through your game. What else do you think you can gain?
You are under the mistaken impression that I require consent. Every reaction, every protest is an answer. Glory is coming, and the Elder One wants you to serve him like everyone else, by dying in the right way.
Keep talking, then.
I am not your toy. I am Envy, and I will know you. Tell me, Herald, in your mind. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you see.
So now we know what we're dealing with. This is a demon who impersonates people, and he has taken over the Lord Seeker.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now.
I do wish that they had some kind of way.
Explain this.
Okay, I do wish that they had some kind of way to bring
Our
in.
enemies have surrendered unconditionally.
The Inquisition's strength rivals any kingdom in fates.
Our reach begins to match my ambition, but we will strive for more. Is imitating what you can't have your only pleasure, demon?
Accusing, trying to find my weakness. Is that the man you are?
Given that this is a part where the demon's supposed to be trying to find out all about you so that they can impersonate you, I really wish that they had somehow incorporated the romances into this. Even if the demon's just trying to find out if you are or are not romancing someone, even if you're not sure about it, that would have been a nice touch.
The Herald saved all of us. Our army can tear down a kingdom.
No force matches ours for strength.
This is another moment of don't be me. I always forget to jump over the goddamn barrels and die in the fire a few times. Don't be me. Jump over the barrels. It's what they're there for.
Will be after you die at the hands of the Elder One.
You're hurting, helpless, hasty. What happens to the hammer when there are no more nails?
What are you? Get out! This is my place!
Doors automatically shutting behind you are always a good thing.
Wait. Envy is hurting you. Mirrors on memories. A face it can feel but not fake. I want to help. You, not envy.
I'm through with your lies, Envy.
I'm not a lie. I'm Cole. We're inside you. Well, I am. You're always inside you. It's easy to hear, harder to be a part of what you're hearing. But I'm here, hearing, helping, I hope. Envy hurt you, is hurting you. I tried to help, then I was here, in the hearing. It's not usually like this.
If you can explain this, I'm listening.
I was watching. I watch. Every Templar knew when you arrived. They were impressed, but not like the Lord Seeker.
The Lord Seeker is an envy demon. It wants to be me.
Yes. It twisted the commanders, forced their fury, their fight. They're red inside. Anyway, you're frozen. Envy is trying to take your face. I heard it and reached out. And then in. And then I was here.
So you're a spying phantom who accidentally enters minds. Did I miss anything?
If it bothers you, I can make you forget. That helps. No. You need all of you right now to fight. Maybe later.
How is my body frozen back in the waking world?
Thoughts are fast. We're here. Outside, a blade is still falling, hanging in the air like a sunset.
If no time's passing, does that mean I'm safe?
No. It would be good if you got out.
Nothing you say is helping to clear my head.
It's your head. I hoped you'd know how to stop it.
Well, I don't.
All of this is envy. People, places, power. If you keep going, envy stretches. It takes strength to make more. Being one person is hard. Being many, too many, more and more, and envy breaks down. You break out.
So, if we keep moving in my head, we tire envy into submission.
Maybe. I hope it helps. It's more than sitting here waiting to lose your face. This way. Ideas are loud here. Make them louder. Think of water.
Think of water?
Yes.
Then can't help you. I will see more. Betrayed allies will curse your name. Like the first Inquisition, you will bring blood and ruin and fear.
Unless you don't. You don't have to. None of this is real unless you let it be.
Get out, thing! I am learning!
I really love the voice actor for Envy. It just sounds like such an angry, petulant child.
For all you know, he intended it this way.
What do you say to your crimes, heretic?
This is a farce. I demand justice.
Have it. Take her to the gallows. Mother Giselle is no heretic.
Any who challenge the word of Andraste's herald will be corrected.
Baron, do you confess to conspiring against the Herald of Andraste?
I confess nothing. The Inquisition took my land and turned out my family.
Then your sons will be executed in the absence of a declaration of guilt.
What? They're just children.
Where is the Herald? Let that tyrant charge me to my face.
Heresy against the Inquisition is the only charge we need.
I am a Grand Cleric of the Chantry.
You are a threat to the peace. The more of you in here, the better.
I do love a lot of the little touches in this one, though, particularly in the dialogue that we overhear.
It isn't real. Think of sparks. Keep going up. You're more you there than you are Envy, and that tires it out.
Good. I think.
Also, don't be me. I forgot the Veil Fire up here is back next to Cole after you had that conversation. La-di-da. I don't play through this one as much as I do the mage one. Just because I typically align with the mages. So we have to go into each cell and light the Veil Fire, which is going to trigger a wall to move and us to continue to go up. This entire area is very trippy.
The Herald would tell me what he wants me to confess.
I haven't seen enough.
Yeah, I have no idea where that key is, and at the time I was doing the playthrough, I really didn't feel like looking it up. Sorry, guys. I am bad.
Beliers couldn't stop them. There weren't enough of them, boy. Val Royaux is burning. The Herald March is here next, bringing even more demons.
I saw your other lies. And I'll escape this one too.
Determination. Such a useful trait.
You're letting the Herald see more to sketch his shapes, but what he sees makes him stronger.
Quiet! You wish to be difficult? Then see the legacy of the Inquisition. Its followers hosts to demons, your world ashes.
What then?
You're making it hard for Envy to think. It'll probably come out soon. It's angry, but that's okay. So are you.
I think we've escaped them.
No! Run!
Almost there. Keep going up.
They say the Herald, these demons was Why did
So now we're back in that little tavern thing, and there are some codexes here in our little crazy world here.
What are you doing?
Almost there. Keep going up.
In case you're wondering, one of the reasons that I'm just letting this go instead of doing the cutting of the dead stuff that I normally do is I really like the ambient conversation in this particular one, and I feel like it's part of the atmosphere of this one.
Unfair! That thing kept you whole, kept you from giving me your shape. What could you gain from being me?
What could you gain? What? Ah! We'll start again. More pain this time. The Elder One still comes.
It's frightened of you.
Get out of...
The Lord Seeker!
No, an imposter.
That monster ensured we weren't prepared. I still don't know what we're up against.
Did anyone else see a young man appear beside me?
What young man?
Pale, strangely dressed. He was with me.
I saw no one. The Lord Seeker was alone when you revealed his true nature.
It's an envy demon, and I need to know how to kill it.
Envy? Then the Lord Seeker.
Is caged, or dead. Maker. And my captain knew. It's the Red Lyrium, isn't it? I knew that wretched stuff was risky. They often give us new kinds of lyrium, our commanders. Some used the red stuff first to prove it was harmless. The Knights would have been next. That demon turned our leaders so we couldn't question when this started.
Will you keep blaming yourself, or help me end this?
Templar, what is envy?
A coward, brother.
It studies, makes less mistakes, but most of all, it hides.
We need our veterans. Our commanders have turned, but the lieutenants may still be fighting. We'll hold the hall. You find the lieutenants and the uncorrupted lyrium stores. Bring them here, and I'll give you envy. Show those things no mercy.
The way that this works is that little bar up at the top is going to go down when you leave the Great Hall. You have to leave the Great Hall and go onto either of two sides in order to find the Templar veterans, as well as uncover what our little demon is up to.
Envy's rare. Rank and file aren't trained for that. That's why it took us top down. But there's a few left who can handle it. Veterans. Bring them here. With them and enough normal lyrium, we can punch a hole in that barrier.
These Templars have just enough power to be dangerous to themselves and others.
Whatever. You make it so we can kill that thing, I'm happy.
We need Templars, but we do not need the Order. It is so filled with corruption. There is no saving it.
You're not mages. You need lyrium for this?
Templars deny magic, but envy demons are tough. Especially when they've had time to entrench themselves. The veterans can show us how to push. The lyrium will help. So when we break the enemy.
Break? You mean you could die?
A demon holds the honor of the Order. There isn't a man or woman here who will let that stand.
Envy claimed to serve the Elder One, just like your Knight Captain.
Maybe it's to do with the war with the mages, but... I don't know. This is all above me. But bring me the tools, and I'll stand to the last.
When did the Lord Seeker start taking over?
I'm shamed, whatever I say. If he was fake at the start, we let a demon walk in. If he was genuine, Envy took the Lord Seeker from under our noses. Who knows how long the Knight Vigilant has been dead. The Knight Captain relayed his orders.
I need to understand how you could accept the use of corrupted lyrium.
We didn't know it was corrupted. The Lord Seeker only said it was better than Chantry lyrium.
That's it?
You have to understand. All magic is corruptible. All magic is dangerous, and yet all magic can serve. The Red Lyrium was just a tool. Or so we thought.
I hope you're right. I'll return.
We'll keep the hall, Herald of Andraste.
Alright, so now we're in the officer's quarters, as it so helpfully says on the screen. Run out, and oh look! Red Templars and demon things to kill! Yay! You can technically do this in whatever order you want, but after the fight, always just run in this door since it's right there, and we are on a timer, so expediency is good.
The Elder One wants her dead. Empress Celine. He hates her, haunts her, wants her dead, but hides. Why? He hid other things too.
The Elder One has targeted the Empress of Orle. Perhaps Liliana can discover why he wants Celine's head.
I would kind of like the backstory on why the hell there's so much blood all over the place in this locked area. I'm gonna go with blood magic. Blood magic is usually the answer.
I hear fighting. We should return to the Great Hall.
So the longer you stay out here and the more you let that timer run down, the more demons there are and Red Templars waiting for you in the Great Hall.
The same kind we saw by the breach. Where did it come from, I wonder?
Right, because we don't go there.
Here, the untainted lyrium Varys told us about.
Once you've gotten the lyrium, you run back through the courtyard, hang a left up here. Loot the sack in the back, because, you know. Hold on, you need that piece of canine leather. It's really gonna make or break the game right there. That particular piece.
Better check.
That thing was Commander Terry. I can't. Maker. What happened to them? Regroup with Varys. He'll explain the plan. Good luck.
As you can see, we are almost out of time on the timer. However, rescuing the veteran buys us a little bit more time. And happily, there's a shortcut into the Great Hall from here. We just have to run across this bridge and go through the door. Now that we're in here, we can see that the Templars are really under attack. I don't necessarily suggest doing this my way and trying to do it all in one go, particularly when you have it on hard. And then you have a ton of demons and the Templars die and then they can't help you later. But it's how I did it, so there you go.
Varys, what's wrong?
An injury from the skirmish. Don't trouble yourself.
So after the fight, you need to hang out in the Great Hall for just a little bit because, as you can see, the timer builds back up. The next time I do this on hard, I'm definitely going to do it in more trips and not just come back and get face full of demons. Thankfully, there's some potions over here. So we're going to not be quite as dead. Did I mention don't be like me? I was playing this with a friend once, and I didn't heal before going into battle. And he's just like, you're gonna die! And I'm like, no, I have 2 health and it's 2 more than I need! And yes, Philip, that was a shout out to you. I know you watch these. Alright, so done being creepy. Now we're up in our upper courtyard. Very exciting. Probably my favorite part of playing a character wielding a two-handed sword is this attack right here. Where you literally jump up, hit the ground with your sword, cause an earthquake, and then it lights on fire.
I pray there is enough of the Order to save.
After running across the way and through a door, we find our second veteran.
I hear fighting. We should return to the Great Hall.
You bless us. I feared you were dead.
Just get to the hall. Barris will explain.
Fine well.
After that, we run straight up the steps to find our third veteran.
Herald, you live!
It's good to see you alive, Herald.
Head back to the main hall. We'll meet you there.
Of course.
Down here past this door, we basically have a codex or 2 and some loot. But since we have time and we all know I love the loot, we're gonna go down there.
I hear fighting. We should return to the Great Hall.
In a minute. Random dead body under a sheet. We got all the loot, so we're headed back to the Great Hall. By the way, if you're wondering what happens if the timer runs out, you die.
Right. Keep them off us! We'll break this beast!
Red Templars, coming through the barrier.
Yet again, we're on a countdown. This time, though, the countdown is to survive and kill the Red Templars that are coming out until that countdown finishes. Unfortunately, we lost Barris in this fight. Barris does not always die. Most of the time, in fact, Barris in my plays actually lives. In this one, we fucked up and he died. You gotta love how in the middle of the Templar Sanctuary, even in the midst of demons, we find smutty literature. If you can't tell, our demon is out here in the courtyard.
so much of you. But you are selfish with your glory. Now I'm no one.
Dark and desperate. Death to make yourself alive. I used to be like you. I'm not anymore. You shouldn't be either.
So we skipped the really long drawn-out fight, and we are almost at the end of both this segment as well as Champions of the Just.
Herald, I sincerely apologize for losing countenance amidst the chaos. That was unfortunate. I do hope it won't affect our concord.
Not the time, Abernash.
Well, this will cost me.
Herald, Knight Templar Fletcher. Before he died, Sir Barris described how you revealed the demon with Andraste's holy light. We lacked vigilance. Our officers failed us. The rest of the Order was blind. If the Inquisition has use for us, we're ready to hear it.
Not your kind. But Kunari or not, I ask you to listen to what's been placed in my heart. I am the will of Our Lady manifest. I am the Herald of Andraste. She sent me to remind you of your sacred duty. A shield against dark magic. Knights who will end the breach.
Speech. You speak as divine Justinia may have. But our order is without officers. We must rebuild what the traitors tore down.
Your order is a symbol that holds the people's respect. That cannot die today. We offer you an alliance. Supplies, weapons, grounds to shelter you. All we ask is you help us close the breach.
Templars, do we ally with the Inquisition? This partnership will be celebrated across Thedas. I hope the Inquisition's stronghold is ready.
We'll be ready. Whatever's coming.
We're going to end this here. There is actually a cutscene that immediately follows, but this is a good stopping point for this particular segment, so we will continue from here next time.